Hello everyone. So just coming on to do a little quick clip, very quick. Try to be quick. And I'm gonna come back definitely. Out here enjoying the beautiful mountains, beautiful views. We love it. The greenery, the sun, all that good stuff. So I am coming on today a word that has just been ringing like so much in my heart has been worth. And so I know that I'll definitely be speaking more on this, but just talking to, on, and about worth. And worth is not specific to just women, as I'm sure we know, but I specifically, a lot of people that I connect with are moms, or just women, or single parents, and or young ladies, teenage girls, things like that. And so but when I talk about worth, I absolutely think about men as well, because there's a major issue that we have when it comes to value and worth, and people knowing their value, knowing their worth, understanding it, and operating from that place. And so that is something that has been a major area, even in my life, something that I've dealt with through the years, knowing my value, knowing my worth. We know absolutely that the Father plays a major role, huge role, in shaping and molding the identity. And I mean, you talk about identity, you talk about confidence, you talk about provision, you talk about just having a level of security and trust, and all those things come when you have that Father in place. And so when you don't have that Father in place and you take that out of the picture, then Houston, we have a problem. And definitely I know, and I trust, and I've seen through the years, like, okay, God is so gracious, and he is so awesome and so amazing that he supplies and provides us with everything that we need. So whether we had a father or we didn't have a father, like, he does all things well, and he'll make sure like we're not lacking, we're not missing. We may have to go through differently, or it may look a little bit different, but he knows exactly what we need, and what we don't need. And so I've learned to just trust that through the years, and even to see, knowing that, okay, had I had certain people in my life or not in my life, that I know things would have looked a lot different, and been a lot different. And I'm like, okay, and who would I be? Those impacts that they would have had on my life. And so I just wanted to come on and just do a brief, quick, just encouragement today, that your worth and your value, whether you're a male, female, or whether you are undecided and you're questioning life and you are on the fence, your worth and your value does not come from another person. It does not come from what you have in your bank account. It does not come from your clothes. It doesn't come from any material possession or any relationship that you have with a person, tangibly. It does not come from that. Those are things that are temporal. And I say this because many things I have tried, many things I have absolutely, tried to find my value and my worth from things, and from people, and from status and relationship and finances, and just all those things. And those things change, those things fade. It's not solid. It's shaky ground. It's not secure. I have absolutely found through the years, the hard way and sometimes the good and easy way, but sometimes through the hard way, that God is our foundation. God is my foundation. So he is my foundation, and he can be all of our foundation if we let him, if we open our hearts, for him to be. It can be as simple as, God, I don't know how to live this life, and I need your help so that I live in a way that honors and glorifies you, and that I know who I am, and that I'm whole, and that I'm healthy, and that I'm strong, and that I can impact those around me for good, and that I can be a light to everyone and everything around me, and that I'm just operating out of wholeness. Maybe you're trying to operate in a way that you've never seen before. Some things that I've done, some things that I've believed God for, I had never seen. I just knew either it had dropped in my heart or I had seen it and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know that was possible. God, I'm believing you for that. God, I'm believing you to operate at a higher, higher in a higher quality of life. That was something I prayed years ago, for just a higher quality, a better quality of life. And so I am believing with you for your value and your worth, that God would just help you to understand and know the depths of his love for you, to know the depths of who you are, who he has created you to be, your value, your worth, just all of that, that you will be sound, that you will be secure in your mind, that you will be secure in your heart, in your spirit, in your relationship with him, and your relationship with others. So whether people come, whether people go, whether people treat you right, whether they don't treat you right, whether they treat you wrong, whatever the case may be, that you are solid, you're sound, you're secure, you're whole, you're happy, you're healthy, you're able to pour into others, you're not vindictive, you're not holding grudges, you're not unforgiving, you're not trying to get somebody back, or just holding on to things that you don't realize are there, but that you are free in your mind, free in your spirit, free in your heart, and that you hold nothing against anyone. That is, you can't live no better than that. You hold nothing. In the Bible, I don't know what scripture it says, but it says like, oh no man anything but to love him. And I have learned that, and I have prayed that prayer myself. Lord, help me to not owe any man anything but to love him. I don't want to be in debt. That's naturally, but also in the spirit and in relationship. I don't want to be holding anything over anyone's head, knowingly or unknowingly. And so I just believe for you today and pray that encourage you, that you will find and know your worth, that you will be strengthened in who God has created and formed and fashioned you to be, and that you will know to the depths and the core of who you are. You will know how valuable and how loved you are, and that it doesn't come from a man, it doesn't come from a position or a title, it doesn't come from finances, it doesn't come from the clothes that you wear, the jewelry you have, it doesn't come from any of that, the car you drive, the house you live in, but that God is our foundation, God is our source, and that our worth, our identity, who we are, is anchored in him. So I love you all, and I will hopefully come back soon on that, but I hope that you're encouraged, I hope that you're strengthened, and I hope that you know your worth and your value more and more every day, and that God just illuminates everything that he has for you, everything that he's doing in your life, that he just shows you just how much he loves and how much he cares for you, and that nothing is impossible with him. Love you all.